Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel here today. Today we're going to be reacting to an amount of episodes of Frieren Beyond Journey's End. Very excited to be back on the Frieren train. The reason why I say an amount of episodes is I know that today I will have enough time to record one before I have to go to work, which is, boo, we hate that. I have to earn money to like live. That sucks. And I may do a similar thing tomorrow where I just follow up and do another episode. It'll depend on what work's doing. It'll depend on how much time I have there, because then I'll still need to edit the sucker. I don't know, maybe we just push that one further down the pipeline till next week, the week where I don't do two Utena. I'll do one Utena and then two Frieren, maybe catch up that way. It'll depend on what kind of cliffhanger I end on episode 24. Either way, the best way to make myself time is to, make myself time by reading the YouTube comments, and there's not that many here, so it shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Salo Carnal, first comment here, just kind of boss music playing, health bar appears, Frieren, Journey's End, hidden boss. This is some Millennia type shit. This is you're gonna get your shit pushed in type shit. Yeah, scary name for a boss. I agree. Yeah, Denkin and the gang there, I don't like their chances, me personally, without something else happening. But you would imagine that this is the final person just kind of standing in the way. Again, I have questions about what are the mechanics behind who gets copied and who doesn't. Does everybody have a copy? Does that mean we have a Zensei copy? Maybe. That's something to watch for as we continue here, and what Frieren's actually going to do through all of this. Either way, next comment here from Airwave 2K2. Episode 23 has two chapters, Chapter 48, Ruins of the Demon King's Tomb, and 49, Dungeons and Magical Items. Good usage of basically the fodder characters for, plot devices. Get the plot moving in the right spots. We have Bathtub Dude basically splitting them up, right? Because if we did Denkin's like mage blob method, they'd just win, and that'd be kind of boring. Also, you have the Lange, who kind of got, trapped in the trap and demonstrated what a trap would do, and also demonstrated what the golem smashing thing would do. So again, just, setting out parameters, showing off some stuff without using characters that matter. And yeah, this is kind of the point of the episode, right? Everyone trying their hardest. You see Denkin's team. You see even a little bit of Werbel's team just trying very hard to get to the bottom ASAP. Not really the way you're supposed to do this. In Frieren's experience, she's just having a fun adventure, and that's making her the most progress, I would think, right? And yeah, the whole mimic sequence of that episode 23 was also just spectacular. The timing, the jokes, the everything. All three characters there, Fern, Frieren, and Zensei, all having something to do, essentially, right? It's really good. Apologies for my voice, by the way. It's still not better. I don't know why. Probably because I spend most of my days talking. And yeah, I like the shadow clones for a thing too, right? We get to see multiple battles across various groups in the dungeon, the groups we've spent time building up over the past challenge, so it's nice to see we have a little bit more payoff for those characters. And I guess, yeah, we're bringing up Zensei and pacifism, right? It's still kind of pacifist to put on a test in which there are clones that kind of do the bidding, if that makes any sense. Like, she's not stupid. Would she really not, like, scout ahead and scout the dungeon before? Or at least know what the gimmick of the dungeon is? I don't know. We can speculate that she was trying to get them into combat situations without straight-up person-on-person violence. Yeah, something like that. And Lernen is German for learning. You have encountered him. He wasn't named. He was just in frame. I do not know who that is. But we'll look out for a Lernen. He's the guy that made the golems, which is pretty cool. And then, yeah, just a couple more comments here. Jeff Liu with the courtesy comment, which I'm sure helps, because this video did pretty decent, I thought. Yeah, 370 views. That's pretty good. We like that. And then creator, last comment here. This episode feels like one big Souls reference, even boss music for Shadow Frieren. We'll see how much she lives up to the Souls boss moniker as we continue here today. As I said, we'll see if we can do two. It might just be one, and then we'll catch up in the future. Either way, I'm pretty close to caught up anyway, so it is what it is. Either way, what even happened? I basically just spent the whole last little bit explaining it, but I'll go again. Shadow Frieren. Shadow Frieren is here. She has been copied from the real Frieren. She has the same thoughts, feelings, memories, blah, 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 blah. Are we going to use that for her weakness, for, sad reasons, for funny reasons? I don't know. It's going to be fun. It's basically a direct copy. There's direct copies all over the place. I think Werbel's crew all got directly copied as well. Probably means there's a Shadow Fern somewhere. Probably means there's a Shadow Zensei somewhere as well. So yeah, I'm expecting more action. The action in episode 23 was really good. So I'm expecting more of that kind of stuff, and maybe a flashback to fucking Himmel or something, because we always get one of those. Either way, I'm going to jump into that episode shortly, but not without my shill stuff. So if you like the video, consider liking the video. If you like the video and you want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. Comment below anything you thought about the episode, anything I could do to improve my presentation. Comment below. I'm doing follow for follow on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter if you'd like me to follow you back. And the Discord. Join Discord, love Discord. Discord. And yeah, jumping into episode 24 of Frieren Beyond Journey's End right now. Rightio, I have episode 24 up there ready to go. Very grey, very smoky at the moment, and a time code that reads 24 minutes and 30 seconds. So sync up accordingly if you want to do that. If not, there's a picture-in-picture version in the description below, and using the subs please version, which is pretty similar to what everyone else has. So yeah, just going to give it a 3, 2, 1 and jump right in. Rightio, 3, 2, 1, go. Itchy nose right at that time too, you reckon? Alright. I'd imagine this would be a little bit of, just recap from last week. Or 2 weeks ago. There she is. Denkin looks so justed there as well. Hey, there she is. Muddy Frieren. Alright, give me an opening, please. Thank you. What was I gonna say? I wonder when we're gonna do the whole Zire, like, big boss battle type thing. Well, not that it has to be a boss battle, but the confrontation. You would imagine that'll encompass whatever the third level of this exam thing is, right? Also, Kane and Lavane, right? Where are they? What are they doing? Who knows? Ubel for the record as well. And my boy Land. Those are the characters we need to catch up on. The other thing is, like, which people are going to get knocked out? Because not everyone's going to make it to the next stage. So we'll see about that too. Perfect replicas. True. Well, there we go. We're already knowledgeable there. Well, these guys are anyway. Interesting. Gotcha. I was thinking a very similar thing. Kampeki. That guy's got my hairline. But the problem is that Frieren's just better than everyone. There she is. Can't hide forever. Yeah. Just animate the shit out of it. Why not? I don't know. I wouldn't go in that room. I would try to find another route or something. I don't know. She's kind of scary. There we go. There's Ubel. Um. Oh. Oh. I was about to say. Yeah, good point. True. Nah, you're Megane-kun. Yeah, I've kind of been injured in my heart type region. Interesting. Prevent escape. Interesting. Well, how can you empathize with a mud creature? Yeah. She's got a plan. She's got a plan to steal hers back. No, I don't think you understand. She's got a plan. Oh, wait, no, not her copy stuff. You can't empathize. No, Solganiel's just the trapping spell. Okay. We're back. It's fine. Don't ask how she's staying midair. That's pretty bad. What the fuck just happened? Cool. So that's dead clone. Yeah, to get you to move. Okay, alright. Well, you're here, aren't you? Yeah, okay. They're playing fucking 7D chess, the both of them. Yeah, and that's part of your major plan too. I don't want you with clones. That sounds bad. Alright, back with Frieren. So they are like defeatable. You just kind of cut them in two and then they die. Secret tunnel? So now you have to get the bomb and you have to explode the wall and you go in and you collect your thing and she's obsessed. Do I believe her? It's not a mimic, so I can. Yeah, look at that. The Dungeon Lord. Yeah, cool. Okay. She found a secret. Secret illusory wall not found in Dark Souls yet. Seems legit. Alright. But where does this go? We're going up? Up is generally not good. Yeah. Okay. What's Sugoi about it? Law. Insane law. He had a couple horses. Okay, she found some archaeology type shit. Yeah. And weird. Alright. Fun detour. Hey guys. You don't want to see what's in there. The boss is here. That's just me, dog. Great, that's building off the stuff in episode 23 as well. The excitement at the next level of the dungeon. Well, the real thing's here now, so I don't know. Yeah, like mimics. Find me a mimic? Yeah, Solganil wouldn't be bad either. Oh, maybe not. Methode. But I can do it. Mommy? The cure to male loneliness? Oh no, Ferd's jealous. Okay. Like maintaining eye contact the whole time too. Fun. Who the hell is that? Adel. That's another good point. Does it have a recreated shadow brain? Well, that's her, right? Yes. Okay. I thought it was too. Um, yeah, I don't want to fight that dog. Yeah. It's all about the hair, baby. Blah. They cleared too many dungeons? Hmm. Superhuman imagination. I do like this. This is building on some of the magic system stuff we learned in the last arc. Or the last test. Do you want to give it a go? I can't believe the bald guy has lines. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, you seem too strong and awesome. Strength and skill. We need an assist. Please help. Oh, I mean, that'll do it. Do you want to smash that goal? Okay, so that wouldn't have worked anyway. Golem? Yeah, bro, I'm not fighting that. Alright, time to get some medical attention. I mean, a bunch of people are close to passing right now. Oh, yes, you two. Just kind of using some stealth. There's Bath Boy in his bath. You can do it with the help of Fern and the rest. Jenkins pretty good too. Oh yeah, you guys, I remember. Look at this fucking Fortnite match they're having. Okay, progress. Allegedly. Yeah, just collapse the dungeon. Did that help you? Okay. Okay, settle down. Frieren is bemused. Alright, but I mean, I believe Fern. Um, weird. That's new, I think. Yeah, this is a different song. Well, it's not a different song. It's a different version of the song. There's a few extra flourishes in the instrumental as well. That episode was neat and stuff. It was more continuation of what we already knew. Like, we didn't really engage Shadow Frieren yet. It was build up of everything else around it. I find the Ubel land stuff fascinating, though. Two characters that clearly have ulterior motives, or at least one, and at least two characters that are very smart. And yeah, I think that's a good pairing. Put it that way. All right, what do we got? Give me a word. Oh, insane weakness incoming for Frieren, and yeah, I guess I'll talk about the episode as well. Why not? So, episode 24 in the books, more just a fleshing out of the outside characters instead of what I believe is the main force to be reckoned with, which is Shadow Frieren. Shadow Zensei is not bad either and gives us a pretty good insight into her battle technique, which is nice. But yeah, just kind of everyone else gets a little bit of time to shine. Up to and including an extended portion with Edel, I believe her name was, which I don't really see the purpose of yet. She kind of just, I guess it shows what happened to her, but they're trying to get a point across by which the creature has no mind, and it's merely mimicking what a mind will do. If we're making that assumption and then Fern says, I've got an idea, is this going to feed into whatever that idea is? That would be my only thought as to why you would even include that kind of stuff. But yeah, as I said earlier, I think the star of the episode is this stuff here. I think it's all pretty excellent. So yeah, I'll be diving into that one very, very shortly. Get a little bit of a lore dump here too, which I'm excited to reread. As well as the fucking Frieren just finds a hidden place and then we just kind of walk away. I don't know. I do not know what the go is there. It feels like this episode was a ton of dead ends. I mean, literally as well as story wise, that will turn into meaning later. Because Frieren's been really good at this as a show of using every part of the buffalo, so to speak, right? There's no wasted time. Every single piece of anything on screen is content and should be considered and will be important, if not story wise, then emotionally. So we'll watch out for that. But yeah, I'm going to reread this first conversation here first and see what these blokes have to say. So, first, we get confirmation here. Basically, the people that made the exam overall and stuff, which I guess we did already know because he read a thing and it's like, oh, this is Zensei's plan. It's brutal and stuff. So I guess we did know that they knew what the general gist of the plan was, right? So yeah, she knew that the shadow dude was in there, the Lord of the Dungeon, Spiegel, the water mirror fiend, like Spike Spiegel. Anyway, yeah, so she was aware the entire time. She was also probably aware in the process of her entering that a copy of her was made as well, so they'd technically be fighting a copy of me. But yeah, this is her version of pacifism, warped in a weird way. We get a name drop of Ewig the Sage. Ewig the Sage. Just keep it in mind. I don't know if that's going to come back later. I like this mural on the wall demonstrating the effect as well as they look up at it. The monsters are similar in the modern era to such as the Einsam, which we've seen before, which took a person's kind of like most treasured person, right, and made a copy of them to lure them and then would kill them, right? So in that similar way, they're reading their mind, but instead of making this like most trusted, most wanted person, right, or anybody really, they're copying the own person's thoughts, feelings, opinions, blah 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 blah, and putting it into something else. It's like a more jacked up version and more combat. With more combat prowess, let's say. Zensei chose this specifically because finding a version of yourself, right, because you are technically on a base level evenly matched, it requires a cool head, self-analysis, which is important, and teamwork. So not only to identify others' weaknesses, but to identify your own. And yeah, the pacifist twist, I think, is, oh yeah, we're going to give them golems and stuff. So they can get out if they want to. They have like a get out of jail free card essentially. Therefore, we're not putting people in a position where they need to kill each other, right, to pass, which has been the way in the past, right? It's they're going to kill each other including themselves, right? And have an out if they need to. And then, yeah, we pan to Denkin and friends, and Frieren just kind of fucks him up for a bit. There is an excellent shot here, though. Like, kind of that one impact frame there. Denkin flying away, all three firing away, and then Lao Fen doing some spin shit, as she does. Just expertly done. It's so cool. Even that cut there to this different scene felt seamless. Then we visit our good friend Ubel and Land. And okay, I'll have to stop and re-examine the 5D chess at play here. So, what is Ubel's overall goal? She likes your ability. She thinks your ability's fucking tight. She wants to steal it. How does she steal it? From empathizing with you, from understanding you, right? Cool. We have to understand that as her end goal here. So the whole time, she knows that he's a clone, right? But he doesn't know that she knows that he's a clone. So when she gives away her golem to save him, he feels bad because he would be directly responsible for her death, so the real version of him comes running in and saves the day. She took a bet, risked her own life over here because she banked on a version of him existing somewhere else that would be sympathetic enough to come in and help. Thus, you learnt something about him and are one step closer to gaining his power. Interesting, huh? Yeah, I think that's a great little twist. I love the you risk your life in the process too. That's very your character, right? You got to put it all on the line. You don't care if you live or die. But yeah, let's let it play out again. I'll try not to just explain everything I just explained. I do love how, without any dialogue, we get a pretty good idea of what happened immediately. Like got jumped by a shadow Ubel, which is a scary prospect. Ubel, you're chatty even during combat, huh? You've been watching me closely. It's like you'll die if you don't stop talking. Or stop talking. It's true, I'd probably die. But it's still so quiet. Which probably implies that this one over here can't speak. We also make a couple of other good assumptions here as well. Okay, but it must still be capable of critical thought despite not being able to speak, because it went right for the golem straight away, which is something that Ubel would do, so it's probably copied her thoughts and emotions, right? The other thing is it isn't attacking us directly because it's wary of Solganil, something that the real-life Ubel still has. Either that or it's enjoying tormenting us, which is entirely possible as well. And then, yeah, the plan that I spoke about before is starting to be put into place. We're querying if that's the real one or not. Either way, use my bottle. I don't care. I'm going to go in and save the day. However, Lan doesn't want another death, doesn't want a death on his name. So basically calls his real self in to save the day. Yeah, specifically, I'll go get your bottle back as well. And then, yeah, more good action here. If you're just getting two action-packed characters, right? Like, it was like when two Lao Fens were fighting each other. If you want to get two action-packed characters fighting each other, it's just a good scene. I'm sure the animators are loving it too. Just some really, really brilliant shit in this, man. Like, look at that. That's a great effect, even. That true mirror stuff too there, right? See? Like, yeah. Little smile on your face, though. Oh, that's interesting as well. If you're fighting somebody that's directly evenly matched with you, doesn't some element of it come down to luck as well? Kind of similar to the first test, which was about luck as well, the first one that found one of the birds? I don't know. That's an interesting kind of tidbit to both of the tests, is they have some element of luck. But yeah, this is more to Ubel's personal stuff, because this is internal monologue. I'm personally unlucky, so I don't want to fight a version of myself, because I'm unlucky, that means I'll lose, right? Ubel goes for this jump attack here, but Shadow Ubel's got other ideas. Kind of looks at her in the mind's eye and uses Solganil, right? That's why my luck sucks. I can't believe she was able to use it before I was. But it looks like your luck was even worse. Gets destroyed by the real Four Eyes, the real Land. Yeah, I don't really know what his power was. What did he do last time? Didn't he, like, electric shock somebody or something? He was fighting Sharf, I remember. Nah, he walked up right up to him and got him, I remember. So he does have this power as well. Is that why kind of the walls were cracking and scarring before? And then, yeah, the plan plays out from here. Ubel, you knew that it was a clone the entire time. Why did you do what you did? Well, I learned something about you now, didn't I? You didn't accept the bottle. You didn't want anybody to die because of you. There was some element of sympathy there. I've created a situation where your death would have been my fault. You know, I got you basically. I caught you in the trap. And yeah, smugness to match for sure. Yeah, great scene. You kind of need to watch it twice to fully understand what's going on, though. It will take a little longer for her to fully empathize, but yeah, she's on the right track. You get the feeling that this is going to be kind of end game of Yubel, this arc. That's what I feel anyway. How many episodes are there of this thing? 28? Something like that, maybe? Yeah, 28 sounds right. Again, I don't really have much to say about this sequence in particular. I think Frieren's cute during it. I'll give you that. And I like Fern doing this. That's pretty good too. Just, yeah, I mean, like well directed, well animated, all the normal stuff for the show at this point. The only real lapse they had was some of the stuff during the fight with the birds. Yeah, look at her. She's adorable. Got the little cat mouth thing going on. So based on the structure, there must be a room here, even though the map wouldn't tell you that. So how did you know that? Based on structure? Huh? She's been in her fair share of dungeons, let's just say that. I love this effect here too, right? I'm guessing it's just a lot of frames on a very slow moving object. It looks fantastic. Even that too, just like all the cubes there coming apart. Very Harry Potter almost. I love that Zensei's just here the entire time. She's like, I'm just following these two, I guess. Learning more stuff. Yeah, so I don't know what the utility of all of this is yet. We just learned some stuff about the king of the actual tomb and what he accomplished. Yeah, I can't see much else beyond that that would be super relevant. There's a bit of Gondor type shit here, which is cool. There's Angel and God King, sure. The Unified Dynasty era, Ewig the Sage. There's some fucking lore shit going on. Either way, we just made a cool, like, archaeological, that's the word, discovery. It's cool. And this cut here, too, is quite good. Kind of turning this foot, landing on the ground, and we're off down to the actual bottom of the base. I guess, again, it just shows off Frieren's dungeon stuff, right? She's going to look in every nook and cranny before descending even further. Either way, we then meet up with Denkin and the crew, and we quickly learn what's on the other side of the door. Yeah, there we go. That's what's blocking the way. Frieren sees that and notes that this is finally getting interesting. I actually really like this angle here too, right? This kind of like Frieren the hero angle. Like even kind of mirroring Denkin's eyeline here because he's sitting on the ground somewhat defeated. And yeah, this is what conquering a dungeon should be. There should be this fun challenge at the end, approaching every challenge with a smile. Frieren notes that, well, if it's copied my strengths, then it should copy my weaknesses as well. I'm saying just throw a big ass mimic in there. That may be what Fern's plan is, which would be fun too. Either way, you have a name, Richter. Richter suggests restraint magic and hypnosis magic, and leads to one of the funniest jokes in the episode, with the hands of Methode, or Methode, I think we said. Methode. Yeah, Methode. Yeah, so first we start with some restraint magic in the form of like a hug, which is cool. And this is great, right? Just watch Fern's expression. Frieren's hands come out to meet the hug, and like kind of puts her head in, says it's comfortable, whatever she says. Smells nice. I don't know about all that. Yeah. Disappointing to the one that's normally reserved for cuddles, I guess. Frieren also look into my eyes. Yeah, nothing. And I love how she just kind of meets her gaze the entire time like that. Like, I'm not scared of no hypnosis. Yeah, and because of that, the entire time, like, kind of meeting her eyes and stuff. Nah, I'm getting my Frieren back. Even this look of like, oh, Fern. Fern's being Fern over here. And then the Ara Ara from Methode as well. Yeah, cute, adorable, fantastic, love it. So then we infer we may need a stronger hypnotist to hypnotize somebody like this. Even if we could, it would only give us a small gap. But even that may be enough to defeat it. Therefore, we should seek out Edel, the second-class mage, because she's a really good hypnotist. However, Edel doesn't have any combat prowess, so I doubt she'd make it that far. Also, hypnosis magic only works on targets that have minds, which we'll go into in our next little segment here. So yeah, now we have the Edel segment. She kind of yaps for a bit, so I don't know. Again, I think the overall message of it is that these guys don't have minds. And what does that mean for next episode? and what does that mean for finding a weakness in Frieren. I guess it also shows off Zensei's combat prowess, which is strong. She's fucking strong. Yeah, what is modern magic versus why isn't it not good in dungeons? I don't understand that. But sure. You guys are just outmatched, basically. I like this as well. We are able to grasp how good this Zensei clone is, right? Because of its ability to manipulate uncountably large threads of hair, right? Like, that's a lot of imagination. And remember when Richter was fighting Kane and Lavane, right? It was like, well, I need imagination to. I need to be able to imagine a way that I can win to even be able to physically win, right? Otherwise, what am I doing? And confidence is key there. Remember when it started to rain and Richter just faltered completely? He knew he was outmatched. We know that this thing over here is confident that it can win, which is huge. Huge, huge, huge. Yeah, these guys are outmatched. She's scared. She wants to go home. But one last hurrah, we can try and use the hypnosis magic, right? It is her family's calling. So the parameters are also set. She needs 15 seconds to even try to hypnotize it. We're going to need to do that by kind of just standing and making a big barrier, the two of them, for a while, right? Just let me stand and try to work my shit. Either way, we're going to need to put it into action pretty quickly because Zensei has noticed that they're there. And yeah, the action here just fucking pops off again. Just another one that must be just an absolute treat to anime, right? Look at this move from Zensei. Right, so covered in rock, and then just immediately cuts all of it, flies at every different direction. Apparently there's two ways to defeat defensive magic, basically pure strength and the dexterity to just get through the barrier. She has both. She's brokenly, stupidly powerful. I like the effect here too, just a really like wild effect on the hair, which you would imagine is just rotating at great speeds, right? Yeah, it looked really drawerly. It looked nice. So now we've maintained eye contact, right? We finally got there. Asked to kneel, however, hair is already through her chest, right? Which is pretty bad. I'm gonna be real with you, it's pretty bad. I see now it has no mind, it's just precisely mimicking the functions of one. Which is a little bit of an existential question, but sure. But yeah, now Edel's like, I'm out of here. Here's my golem. He's pretty cool. Because, I mean, Zensei's doing some mad shit over there. I don't want to mess with any of that. And yeah, these two doofuses use the opening to run as well. So yeah, now we've essentially learned that they have no minds, which is fun. And we get to see just a little flash of some other characters, up to and including Kane and Loane, that are still here, which is nice. And Bath Boy is stuck in the bath chamber. So fuck this guy. He looks like he would like somebody put like a Dark Souls item on him. He's a corpse that's like gone hollow, right? Put an item on him, and this is like at the end of a trail. And then like three fucking skeletons will come out of the water and try and fight you. That's what this looks like to me. Also, why if he's just given up, why not just smash the fucking golem? Anyway, we get a really weird kind of editing choice here. We have, hey, Frieren and the crew, right? They're like, this thing probably doesn't have a mind. Let's assume that. We're probably going to be with pure force. Can you do it? I don't know. Pan over to Fern, who thinks that she can do it. And then, yeah, we cut to the fight with Werbel and his crew and the Shadow people. Again, they're just playing like a fucking battle royale game and all really like sticking together. One's got the high ground, they're just kind of hunkering down for now. Just like I thought, this isn't that bad of a matchup. Ere crushes me or Shaft in a simple clash of mana, so she's got enough mana to spare. And I'm out here just kind of destroying the roof. Like, I'm the one who knows how to win here. He's street smart, not book smart. Yeah, I don't get what destroying the roof did for him at all, because she's kind of just still there. Unless he's gonna fucking airshot her. I don't know. Either way, we don't get any conclusion here, and basically we're just up to where Fern says that let me solo her. I may be able to kill Miss Frieren. Don't take this out of context as well. But yeah, that makes Frieren happy, which I like. So yeah, let's come up with a strategy then, using using Fern's plan. She's got her eyes on the prize right now. Even more so back here, she had her eyes on the prize as well. Yeah, that was episode 24. I think what I'm going to do is watch the next one now and maybe do the rest tomorrow morning. I think that's probably the best tact. But yeah, I'll put on episode 25 now. This one, it was pretty good. I enjoyed myself. Also, there's a few extra little touches in the ED, especially in the lyrics department. And I'm all right. I'll be all right. Yeah, I hear you. I care about you. It's almost like somebody's like repeating back to the lyrics, which is already kind of the motif that was there already. Because I remember the first version of this ED was like a call, and then this version was already like a response. So that's pretty cool. Just building meaning there. Yeah, I'm going to get episode 25 up now. So see you in a sec. Rightio, lads. I have that episode up there ready to go. Pop that up on the screen. 24 minutes and 30 seconds on episode 25. Picture in picture available. Sync up if you want. Subs please version. I'm going to watch it now. Rightio. 3, 2, 1, go. Excuse me, sorry. I remember seeing this already. I'll be able to murder Frieren in cold blood. Yeah? 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 Speak to me. Frieren's already died and has been revived? I don't know. That's really weird. I wonder what happened in the past with Zero there. Zire. You know what I'm talking about. My man Zion's still in the opening. I haven't seen that guy in weeks. I haven't even seen Stark in like a while now as well. I guess I saw him in 22, so it shouldn't be, you know what I mean. Really do have a bit of a scratchy throat lately. Hopefully there's not too many annoying people at work that I need to actually speak to. I don't know, we'll see. There's always annoying people. I'm watching for the hair putting on her cape. Think about it. My other thing is if this is episode 25, 26, 27, 28, we're pretty close. Do we have time to build up a third test? I don't know. I do not know. I'd imagine we defeat Shadow Frieren in this episode. Yes. Oh, it's that guy. Haven't you brought the monster here? She golemed out. It's fine. The golems are so cool. Did he survive? I hope he did. There's no reason for anybody to die in this test. No, not Baldy. Oh, hell no. Alright, I hope Baldy didn't die. Yeah, I mean, we already are. Yeah, remember when I said that? Bro, she's actually clutch as fuck. I judged her way too harshly. Do you want to tell us the information? It's pretty crucial. There we go. Don't know. Well, I do know. It's like Spiegel or something. Somebody ringing me? Not right now. Okay. Clutch. Also, you two are here. Oh. Oh, the brothers came back. That's interesting. Yeah, you guys, you tried to murder me? Yeah, I would have loved to chill with Frieren. Old man. Yeah, you're old compared to them. Richter's also being a cool guy and sitting away from the group. Spiegel's gonna be like a fucking worm dude. Oh, so somebody just run distraction and then get in the door and defeat the guy? That would work too. Oh, okay, sealing spell, gotcha. Yeah, I think we have to defeat the Frieren guy. I'm gonna be real. Spiegel. Oh yeah, we're running out of time. Oh, and they'll all come here as well. Great point. Shadow Fern. Alright, what about Fern's plan? I reckon we should start to put that into effect. I'm saying mimic, dog. Mimic or like a bunch of trash, a big fucking suitcase to dive through. Dragon's Lair. Oh my god, I killed the real Frieren? What are you doing? I didn't notice shit. Somebody's gonna have to tell me. Why would it matter? Yeah, it is a little bit. how does this help us? Is my question. Tonikaku. Why? What did she say? I think it's pretty healthy that Frieren's just able to admit her own weaknesses and stuff. That's nice. Alright, how about you? Who the fuck are you? Oh, okay, I see. I'm like, where the hell are we? He really is. Alright, it's time for action. Alright, we're, we're working together. But the dungeon boss is also me this time. Oh my god, the diagrams too. Do they ever stop fucking touching each other? Look at them. Oh my god. They were roommates. Anyway. Yeah, let's begin the attack. Now we still got time. Dungeon clearer. Demon killer, dungeon clearer. Well, I'm also her. You guys just chill here and hold off the rest of the dudes that are probably coming. Yeah, there you go. Defend the door. Here they come. Yeah, okay. It's time to perform, gang. I want to see a Shadow Dankin, please. Sup? Okay, so who will come up against whoever the other shadow is? Gotcha. I really like the theme here about self-reflection. Okay, you would actually beat me. I think that's pretty healthy to say, right? I want to see where Werbo and the gang are too. Are they gonna pop up? Cute. Yeah, this is fucked. This is like final boss battle shit. The lighting looks so awesome. And the mirror motif again as well. Bro, calm down. They're so cool. Dodge. Zoltarak. And it's gotten me once before. Well, yeah, relatively. Yeah, sure. Just that split second, eh? You're built different? Yeah, okay. More human elf time span theme of the show stuff. What if Shadow Fern is hiding in the room somewhere? Yo. And we can't detect her because she's been hiding her shit the entire time. Yo. Okay, are we gonna get what this was about now? Oh, so is this after the fact? Okay. Yeah, after Flam's death. Flamme. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, so now humans are gonna start to use magic. Flamme. Well, that's an upgrade, right? I don't think you're gonna teach anybody. Cool. 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 That sounds great. You didn't seem as enthused. What is it that you want? Okay. Doesn't mince words. I disagree. I disagree. That's cute too. Get predicted. Oh my god. Okay, Frieren, bye. Sure. Where do you want to walk? Yeah. Flower spell. Oh, look, it's little. Oh, that's cute. Nah, you're wrong and stuff. You're the antithesis of the show. She was some kind of hippie. Much shorter than me. But, yeah, true. And, I mean, you're right. Alright, got one. Yeah, so I'm interested about all this setup about Frieren being able to be killed, facing different ways. Like, I'm saying that all the setups we've been saying for Shadow Frieren and how she may die may come to fruition, like, here in, like, 1 second. Cool. So that's all well and good. Got one. A human mage was able to defeat me. And great. Okay. I had some fears there that what I was saying about like Shadow Fern hiding in the fucking bushes, she was gonna pop out and fucking dog shot real Frieren as well. Kind of like these two had been in cahoots the entire time, Shadow Fern and Shadow Frieren. In a similar way that we saw Werbel's crew, all their shadows working together as well. But that hasn't happened, so that's good. Yeah, great episode. I like the ending thing. Obviously, it was something very early, indicating some kind of Zire BS. So I was expecting something at some point in the episode. And more, those two characters, Frieren and Zire, they're just meant to contrast each other, right? One trained by Phlegm, one taught Phlegm. One has one opinion of humans and became like a shut-in, basically. And the other one went out and actually tried to understand humans and stuff, and she's trying to better herself and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know. I can't help but feel like the yellow elf is in the wrong. I'm whispering our lullaby for you to come back home. All right, let's end this. All right, give me a word for the title of the next one. Sure. And yeah, as I said, I'll come back here tomorrow and talk about that episode in a little bit more detail. But that was very good. I enjoyed myself. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching and stuff. Goodbye for now. Who has two thumbs and just had a Red Bull? This guy. So we're back. It's after my shift today, which got inexplicably moved, which is just awesome. And it's kind of thrown me off. The video will probably be late as a result, I would imagine. But anyway, that's water under the bridge by this point. Currently, we lack information. True. Um, Episode 25. It was really good. I thought it had a great point to it overall, like this kind of stuff towards the end. I thought it was excellent. All through the middle here, just kind of like talking about the plan and stuff was pretty good too. Just Frieren really enjoying herself. Again, one of Frieren as a show's main selling points. This kind of like dual story between what happened in the past and what's happening now. And I guess there's human connection to it, right? Not that all the characters here are human, of course, but like humans over time still working together to almost overcome their humanness in the face of magical stuff that is way beyond their control. The irony of Frieren kind of being happy that she was defeated, right? Showing the growth in humanity over this time and kind of proving Zerde wrong. That's, yeah, major point of the episode is gotten across really well. I like all this planning stuff a lot. But either way, I'll go back to the start and I'll talk about it in overall, in having the full picture, if I can think of words to say. As I said yesterday, kind of the look on Frieren's face after learning that Fern has a way to defeat her is just kind of like pride and genuine curiosity and stuff, and I think that's fantastic. Like, instead of being like, "Oh my God, you found my weakness," no, my mortality, my immortality, the thing I'm like holding on to the most. Nah, just take it. Let's hear it. This is the growth in humanity that she wanted to see the entire time. And of course, we get that flash now to that conversation, obviously linking it in our minds and getting reminded of it later in the episode. Yeah, thinking on this episode again after like a whole day, it really is quite excellent. I think I underrated this episode a ton on first watch. This whole concept, right? And this kind of contrast between Frieren and Zire and their opinions here, I think of just it just hits that right note. I think it's awesome. I'd love to see a conversation between these two now. I'd love for her to like almost show off Fern and be like, look, isn't this kind of similar to Flam in a weird way as well? Yeah, this is really good. This show fucking rocks. There's a small moment here as well where the Frieren's basically saying the plan, right? And then Fern's like, and then I'll kill Frieren. And then she's like, yep. And then it's like, yeah? Lao Fern like questions it because she's a little bit confused probably. But yeah, just nice character moment. Again, just pride in Fern I'm feeling here. Of course we have old mate, don't know his name, over here. He's going to deliver the news that their plan involving the hypnosis from Edel will no longer work as she has vacated the premises. And we learn the fate of the bald one of these guys as well. He kind of just held off Shadow Zenze as this guy escaped and gave them the news. I don't know, kind of a heroic exit. I hope he smashed his golem and was fine. That would have been good. Yeah, she definitely is fucking scary as fuck. It's giving me Fullmetal Alchemist, Pride. I'm not going to say anything else, but Pride. Yeah, watch that show if you haven't, by the way. But yeah, similar combat techniques there. Dankin gets to put on his I told you so hat here when, I think his name is, no, it's not Bly, that's like Dunst or something. Dunste. He's like, hey, we should work together. That was my intention from the start, big dog. Why didn't we just do that? And of course, as a sign of good faith, we're going to heal him as well, which is nice. And yeah, coming in clutch is Methode. You know who I'm talking about. She's actually cool. Obviously, I hope she passes and stuff, which I think from the end of the episode they all should, right? It's heavily implied that that was just the final boss, unless they're getting like chased down by like a million other dudes right at there at the end. But this felt pretty climactic. I don't know. I hope everybody here passed. We get the information here that they don't really have a human mind, so I guess the hypnosis plan is out the window. And before rushing headlong in without any more information, let's try to think about their nature a little bit and try to figure some stuff out. We first query if they have any unique weaknesses or anything. We kind of look over to Zenze and she's like, I'm not gonna fucking tell you that. That's part of the test. And it's like, didn't think you would tell us, but sure. And here comes Lavone, almost inexplicably appearing with Kane here. How did they get here? Oh no, but wait, they do explain that because she had some extra knowledge from her brother or something and allowed her to pass through without any real fighting here. She knew what to expect anyway, and probably went a bit more of a stealthy route if that one scene last episode was to be believed. And yeah, she's here to exposition it up and tell us that they don't really have any unique weaknesses, right? I like that the brother came back as an idea. That was kind of a setup from that Slice of Lifey episode a couple episodes ago, that she had brothers, so I like that we're using that here. And then Richter is really weird about it. He's like, you guys should have just given us this information from the start. What have I, Richter, ever done to make you distrust me? So I'm clearly on the girl's side here, like, you tried to kill us, big dog. I'm not going to share information with you. And yeah, it probably would have been safer to tag with Frieren and the teacher. That would have been pretty good. Also, nice little bit of levity here with the old man stuff, calling him old man, even though I'm guessing he's probably like, he's in his 30s maybe. Old relative to you guys, maybe. So according to the reports of the advance party, which was Love and his brother, the monster itself is weak and has no way of attacking directly. So essentially, the final boss is what we think it is. It's Shadow Frieren, right? There's not going to be an even tougher adversary past that point. This is also clearly what lit up when the Shadow Frieren first got summoned. You know what I mean? When the shadows first started to appear. So if we already know that the caster is past that room and is weaker than Shadow Frieren, the first thing that I would think was go through and defeat the caster, right? That's the classic thing that you do versus a conjuration build, is you go for the caster first. However, we've locked the door completely. Powerful sealing spell. Even if you were going to unseal it, which I don't even think you can, she would just murk you while you tried to do it. So we got to defeat the final boss before we defeat the final boss. You know what I mean? So we've decided that there's no effective way to cheat. We have to defeat the monster the way that God intended, by taking down the replica first. And then Lavone says we should hurry, right? So essentially on her brother's trip back in the day, right? If I can get a visual of it. Yeah, here we go. They all got copied when they walked in. They were like sitting at this door because a similar thing happened. Probably there's some final boss type guys just sitting in the room. And they wasted too much time. All the shadows kind of convened on this point, and they were almost defeated. Well, they were defeated. It was just kind of the brother and maybe a few more that got out. Yeah, so that will happen to us. There will be a ton of copies of various people descending on this point if we don't hurry. So we got to have a plan. We got to execute on it, and there's time pressure. Again, Loveday's been really helpful here with a lot of context. I like how polite Fern is. She always puts up her hand to ask a question and stuff. Should be a good student. Which I guess is, it tracks. She's pretty studious once she learned to read books, and the books were pretty cool. She's like, hey, if it copies people's mannerisms exactly, then there might be a vulnerability here that we can take advantage of, right? And upon the first watch, I didn't really understand the vulnerability, so we'll rewatch through here and see what they're talking about. So we're going to go do a demonstration. Frieren goes stand over near that wall, and instantly Fern fires, knowing that Frieren will just block it. However, there's something wrong with what she did here, I think. Either way, Denkin's beside himself. He's like, if I just noticed this, I could have defeated her already? That's crazy. So here we go. When casting a spell, she stops detecting mana for a brief moment. So I guess we couldn't have told from the little piece of animation. The point being here that, okay, so Frieren is casting spell. Somebody that was hiding their mana previously, could pop out of nowhere and just snipe her from a weird angle. I think that's what we're getting at here. Essentially what we use to defeat the Shadow Frieren, right? And because Fern has really good control of her mana, she's the perfect candidate to be in there with Frieren and make that final shot. Coincidentally, when Shadow Frieren's doing the big move, right? And apparently Frieren's been aware of this weakness the entire time, but she didn't want to tell anybody because it's embarrassing, right? Fern just kind of noticed it by herself, which again talks to the mana control stuff and how into it that she is. Yeah, cute. I like this. Just, oh yeah, I have, it reminds me of myself in a weird way. I hold a pen weird. And nobody ever told me different. So I have a pen here, hang on. Or a paddle pop stick, that'll work. I don't know if you can see, but you're meant to hold a pen like that, right? With your kind of ring finger underneath like that. I hold it like this, with it on top to give you extra stuff. And nobody ever told me that I held my pencil or pen wrong until way later down the track, and now I just continue to hold it incorrectly. I know it seems minor, but it's something like that, right? Something that, I can write. I can write pretty well and pretty quickly. And I've got a fundamentally bad technique from the very start. Yeah, it's relatable stuff, I think, right? Not that it's particularly embarrassing or anything, or even particularly important, but just like this one fundamental thing that she never quite got over, but advanced regardless, right? Bit of vulnerability, bit of humanity to it. I like that. Either way, now that we know what the vulnerability is, we're going full on planning mode. We get this nice little musical tune here, courtesy of Evan Cole, of course. Little Frieren musical montage, but nice calm one, right? Just really nostalgic. Frieren reflecting on times in the past where she's played with her old party members. That's the word. Fern noticing that Frieren's having a lot of fun and querying it. You seem to be having a lot of fun. Cue flashback to back in the day when we've got to put together a plan relatively quickly. I like that. Where is he? He's out of commission. Good old Haita. It's a day off for him. Hungover. And yeah, despite everything, we put together that very quick plan, which is basically Aizen do the frontliner thing, and then Frieren distract with some kind of magical attack, while Himmel attacks from the roof there. Yeah, just thinking back on all the times we defeated the dungeon boss. It's like that now, but I'm the dungeon boss. And we'll talk about that in our theming here, which we go into now. Oh wait, do we first begin the attack first, maybe? Yeah. We learned that Fern and Frieren are going in alone. Apparently, the fewer of us there's less predictive stuff we need to do, and our plan will be executed easier. I also trust the two main characters to just get it done. Also, of course, the replicas will now be descending on this one point, and we'll need people to protect the door. There she is, Shadow Frieren, and it's time to party. It's time to execute the plan. So we do this a lot this episode. And we have done in the past with the replicas. I really, really like the mirroring stuff. So obviously you can see it here, just straight up mirroring the two characters. I think it's really effective, however much they use it. Like, look at all that. And, of course, the animation pops off. Like right here, another really obvious example. And yeah, fucking hell, that's impressive animation-wise. Love the coloring of it. I love the effects work there. And kind of this Fern in the foreground the entire time, just kind of doing her thing, making sure she's not detected, right? And look how badass fucking Frieren's being. Hell yeah. You can tell she's turning it on here a little bit, right? She's kind of just been doing her thing up till now. Now she's up against literally herself. It's going to be pretty powerful. And yeah, holy fuck, it's animated well. Holy shit. The show doesn't fuck around. More and more mirroring stuff. Almost a game of chicken here as this pillar falls over. Then we've got a volcanic spell, putting a split in it, as the two kind of fire at the same time, kind of meeting in a geyser in the middle. Love that. Also the red contrasting the deep purples from before. Oh yeah, and then that. Holy fuck, it looks fucking cool. Just this kind of this strut in from the two of them, and then obviously the mirroring motif there again. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, this show looks good. Oh shit, she like teleported in front of her too. Look at that. Fucking awesome. And then, yeah, basically this is where we're sitting when we go into the flashback. Now I remember. I like that line there as well. No one knows how frightening I can be except for me. Back at the planning stage here, we flash back a little bit. Fern is concerned a little bit, but Frieren reassures her. Also, you should use Zoltrak. It's the quickest spell, and elves have a certain vulnerability to it. Because again, the spell is relatively new for elves, right? This spell has existed way before Fern. Way before Fern, right? It's her whole life. She's known it her entire life, compared to Frieren, who has known it for a small, minuscule size point in her life. Of course it'll be surprising for Frieren, right? It's not what she's used to, relatively. There will be a split second of hesitation from the Frierens. However, for Fern, this is a fundamental spell she uses every day. She should be fine using it. Your Zoltrak can kill me, hit me with all the money you got. Now I'm going to talk about my other theory, right? I thought that there was a fucking Shadow Fern hiding somewhere in the bushes, similar to you, who was going to snipe Frieren with the exact same thing. Because copying knowledge, right? Shadow Fern would also know about this weakness and be able to execute on it. I don't know. Just food for thought there, maybe. Either way, right when kind of Fern jumps out ready to strike, we jump into a flashback with my good friend Zere here. We establish our timeline very quickly. This is Frieren after Flam's death, delivering the Master's will back to her master, initially, right? Zere shows no sign of any sadness here, right? Contrast that with, again, the thing of the show, Frieren showing a lot of sadness at the death of the people close to her, up to and including Himmel, right? Zere here, however, only really trained Flam on a whim, right? It was nothing to her. It was a small drop in the ocean of the entire time she's been alive. And we get some lore here, right? Essentially, the will is a report, and the report says that now the human societies, and is it an emperor or a king? It was an emperor, and he has authorized magical research nationwide. Essentially, Flem convinced him to start openly studying it where they didn't in the past, right? So essentially, humanity is going to start to get good with magic, where before it was probably treacherous and heathenous and whatever else, and forbidden, basically. They couldn't do it. Essentially, the king now has imperial mages that he wants to be trained and then to spread that knowledge out. Flem was doing it, but now we want Zere to do that now. That's Flem's request. However, this is the trap. This is the bait. Zere here quickly clocks that it'll be used for military use. That means in a few decades that it'll advance, right? Because of course, military and fighting and stuff always propels technology like that. Why wouldn't it be the same for magic? It'll spread very quickly is the point. We will enter an era where humanity can use magic. And kind of like really scared about that is Zere, compared to Frieren, who's kind of, what's the word? Kind of neutral right now, but she's pretty happy about it overall. She's normally pretty neutral in the face now that I think about it. There you go, that's a bit more like it. Yeah, rips up the contract. She's clearly not as impressed. Yeah, Zere says no here, basically disagrees with it in principle. An era in which anybody can use magic. Boo, I hate that. Magic should be special. I won't teach anyone who lacks talent. You lean a certain way politically, maybe. If you wanted to take a really, really uncharitable view on it, you're kind of really, really bad politically. But anyway, we're not going to go there. And there's this irony to it, right? She was the only student I ever trained on a whim and became this great figure in the humanities magic development, right? Spreading it, allowing it, convincing the emperor, all sorts of stuff, right? The one thing that you did that wasn't meticulously planned and based on talent and stuff has blown up in your face in such a huge way and spiraled out. Isn't that something, right? And yeah, here's the trap element of it, right? Yeah, my master said that you would get upset at this. This is kind of what I expected to happen. And yeah, kind of almost in a smug way, I wanted to tell you that my dream came true regardless, or Flam's dream. This intrigues Zere. Frieren goes to walk away, but instead Zere calls for her to go and walk with her a little bit, right? She has the time to do so. She has all the time in the world. Apparently this was always Flam's dream, we learn from Zere here, right? But I doubt it was for any military reason or overall thought reason or anything, right? It was a little bit more personal. Do you know what her favorite spell was? Well, we do, right? We learned in a similar flashback that it's the Flowers spell. And yeah, we use the idea here of kind of a figment of Flam from the past that we're seeing through Zere's perspective, right? Probably similar to, remember when Flam and Frieren were walking through the woods as well? Zere and Flam are probably doing a very similar thing here, but we're just getting kind of that one side. Yeah, spell to make a field of flowers. Zere also not a fan, calls it a useless spell. She truly loved magic. She genuinely wished for everyone in that world to be able to cast spells like that. And that disgusted Zere, right? It was a fanciful dream of a girl, but it's what she really wanted, right? Again, magic for the talented, magic for the special, keep it special. Don't let humans use it. Boo. Basically. And of course, there's just a ton of depth here, right? Because again, contrasting Zere with Frieren, which we're obviously doing here, they're the two elves, Think about Frieren's human companion, right? No qualms about teaching her magic. Well, initial qualms, actually, which is also interesting. Before kind of being tricked by Heiter into doing so. Just, yeah, how Flem grew in defiance to Zerde, and how Fern and Frieren now just work together to kind of defeat herself, right? Where Zero is so against that, so against anybody being on her level or even close to, right? Zero basically thought nothing of Flem's dreams. Her life was too short for her to even care, or for her to think that any of this would kind of cascade out into anything else, right? Yet she grew up to be the founder of humanity's magic, right? Just this kind of determination on her face here. You can kind of even see it now. It always felt like Flem was in a hurry relative to everyone else as well. Maybe growing up around an elf gave her some perspective on how short her life really is. We all must make important choices in life, but humans cannot afford to delay them like we can. We can avoid them for a century or two. Even a millennium is no worry. Humans need to go, bro. They gotta go. Frieren, many years have passed since humans started civilization. Look how far they've gotten now. Their progress will only accelerate more and more as we continue from now. In a mere 1,000 years, the era of humans will arrive. And yeah, kind of this almost signifying the era of humans in a way. Having this perfect copy of Frieren defeated by a human, right? Even though Frieren was helping as well. But like identifying the weakness, and like we used to think was so far above humans, right? The elves, Zere in particular, right? Now they have the ability to defeat us, and defeat us quite easily, using this new thing that wasn't even discovered by the time that these two were having the conversation back in the day. Now, isn't that something? The humans will overtake us. Do not neglect your training, Frieren. However, Frieren has a big smile on her face as the prospect of her being defeated is brought up more and more. Interesting that this line is said whilst she was looking at Himmel as well. Maybe she was thinking back on these words initially and was like, maybe I should be hesitant here, right? Humans have grown and grown and grown while I've just kind of been wandering about for however many years since Flem died. Maybe I should be wary. However, this interaction obviously taught her something else. And yeah, this really ominous tone to this here, right? Which again fed to my Shadow Fern theory. The person who will defeat you, Frieren, will either be the Demon King himself or a human mage. So watch out for that because the humans are coming. And then, oh yeah, this shot here. This shot of Fern on the cliff. Maybe thinking even the same thing way back now. Yo. Yeah, this episode's really good. Recontextualizes a lot of scenes from earlier in the series. However, Frieren says even back here that she was looking forward to it. She's looking forward to seeing how they progress.
Yeah, my thoughts and feelings here didn't really come across in an overall way really well in the video, I don't think. But essentially, here we have, well, maybe not at this time, but two of the last elves we've seen in the entire show. What is it? Frieren, Kraft, and Zire, right? These are the last of their kind. It's two of the last of their kind talking to each other right now about the catalyst of something being started that could potentially wipe them out. And again, I kind of went through it, but there was that moment when Frieren first met Himmel, right? This conversation might have been running through her head. Is this the human that will take me out? Is this. Is it time? Is it time that this kind of ominous tone to all of this starts to pay off? No, instead, I got really close with a group of humans, or a couple humans and a dwarf, and I had the time of my life. They taught me so much, and I had this really full, rich experience in such a short time. A similar scene when Frieren met Fern on the cliffside there. She must have been thinking the same thing. Look at this little human mage, already this talented. Is this the mage that will kill me? Is this the human mage? Have they finally caught up to my level? As it turns out, they've still got quite a way to go if they want to reach Frieren's level, but the proof is in the pudding in the episode. They can kill Frieren if they want to kill Frieren, and I don't think that was possible, well, not even 100 years ago. It definitely wasn't possible 1,000 years ago. And yeah, contrast, right? Zire in this really grumpy, almost greedy way, wanting to hold on to life, wanting to limit magic, wanting to do all these different things, right? But have we seen anybody really around like Zire? Is she having like a good time, or is she just kind of here? compared with Frieren, who, hey, may be propelling this human mage thing even further, right? Making them even more and more powerful. But she's having a good time doing it. And she's meeting a lot of new people, and she's experiencing things even for the second time and still having a great time. And I don't know. I think there's a lot in that and a lot in Frieren's philosophy versus Cedri's overall. And as I explain a little bit further on, I'd love to see this conversation that's clearly looming between Fern, Frieren, and Cedri, which will be the follow up on a lot of this conversation, right? I'm just, yeah, again, these times in the past where Frieren may have met these meetings with other humans, right, that became really close to her with a little bit of trepidation, just in the back of her mind from this conversation. But no, she's facing it with a smile, and she's learning new things, and she's having a good time doing it. And we love that for her very, very much. And of course, the ultimate contrasty shot, Frieren facing towards the sun, Zere facing towards the dark, hope, future, looking forward, sunrise, I'm guessing. Turning her back on the sunrise, turning her back on the humans advancing, facing the shadow. There's a lot to take from this. Of course, Frieren takes the perspective here that it's going to do wonders for magic, and she fucking loves magic, so, you know, she'll be entertained. And then, yeah, back to the action scene at hand. Shadow Frieren starts to fire the move, but then she dodges right in the way of where Fern is. And Fern hit her with the thing? It certainly seems like she hit her with the thing. And that's the end of the episode. Let's look here, look here, look here. Little smile, narrow the eyes, dodge, got her. Yeah, it certainly seems like she got taken out. So I wouldn't imagine there's much more fighting after this. What's the name of the next episode again? The Height of Magic. Maybe there's more fighting, I don't know. Or maybe Seode pops out of the fucking walls and does something. I don't know, something weird might happen. But yeah, that's the episode. This show's spectacular, you guys. It's just really, really good. It understands its characters. It understands its world. It understands the difference between its characters. It uses characters for contrast to show growth. It's just smart. It's just really, really smart. And it's fucking cool, and it's pretty funny. So, like, what else do you want? That's just good anime, baby. So yeah, hugely impressed with the show still. How many episodes to go? 26, 27, 28? 3 to my count. So we'll say, I would imagine, again, there will be more confrontation with Zere. I would love to see her have a little chat with Fern. I think that would be quite fun. But yeah, we'll leave it there. Great episode. Good show. Just some chill stuff. So if you like the video, consider liking the video. If you like the video and you want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. Comment below anything you thought about the episode, anything I can do to improve my presentation. Comment below. I'm doing follow for follow on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter if you'd like me to follow you back. And the Discord. Join Discord, love Discord. Discord. And I'll be back next week for more Frieren Beyond Journey's End. Thanks for watching here today, and I'll catch you later. Cheerio. Bye-bye.